This month on our Fable Short, we're going to talk about a subject that may start a war. This subject is so overrated and overused, but truly can be an amazing way of expressing thoughts and feelings. Poetry. This one is an interesting one for me, as I really generally do not like poetry. Not for the reasons that you may think, mainly I can't do it at all. So naturally, I don't like it. Poetry is a form of writing that can be presented in many ways that range from common rhyming to more elaborate settings like haikus. Poetry is said to be easy on the ears and following a pattern such as every other sentence ends in a rhyme. This is why the most common poetry used in this day and age is songwriting. The rhythms for writing lyrics continue to be extremely similar. So, for this subject, I had to do some quick research and I found an image that talks about different types of literature. This gave me a start as it pointed towards the two types of poetry: subjective and objective. Looking at the first type of subjective, the best definition for this style seems to be laid out thusly. Yes, I threw out an old English word. Poetry seems to do that too. The term subjective literature refers to any written work that is not objective, but instead tells a story from the perspective of one or more characters. It is characterized by an emphasis on emotion and introspection, as well as a lack of objectivity in content. So, if you have subjective poetry, then you likely get emotional and self-investigating works, such as performance poetry or a Taylor Swift song. Some real examples of this type are in the link below. Then there is objective poetry, or objectivism, which is best defined as the objective poets were a loose-knit group of second-generation modernists who emerged in the 1930s. They were mainly American and were influenced by, among others, Ezra Pound and William Carlos Williams. The basic tenets of objectivist poetics are defined by Louis Zolkowski, were to treat the poem as an object and to emphasize sincerity, intelligence, and the poet's ability to look clearly at the world. Some examples of this type of poetry are also in the links below. We may have to dive into this more, but for now, do you have any poems that you would like to share? Love to see those poems down in the comments. Share with your friends and where we can learn more about poetry. And don't forget, be your own favorite.